And people wonder how often they will kill somebody like in the movies. Nobody got killed up there. So look what they found in 1961. Bones, ribs, skulls, jaw, sandals, remains. A lot of artifacts you can imagine they used in the ritualistic event.
What did the Mayan eat? You know, what was their diet like? Because I'm like, this channel is for food, you know that.
Okay, most of their diet were based in corn, yuca, sweet potato, chili, squash. They hunt deer,
Right.
white-tailed deer they hunted.
Right.
And they go for fishing also like in the ocean places.
Guess where I am right now? Right behind me is the entrance to Chichen Itza World Heritage Site. Beautiful Mayan ancient relic. This place is a must-stop whenever you come to the Yucatan Peninsula. You have to come check out how the Mayan lived their life here, how they built all the things and all the architecture that they built. I mean, it's just an incredible. I've been delving into like a lot of like Mayan history and just ancient civilization history. So I love this place. I've been here once 2 years ago, but this time I'm taking my brother with me, and he's very fascinated by it too. So let's go with us and check it out. Let's go. Don't forget to wear face mask at least. So that was the entrance right here. Once you enter the entrance and pass through security checkpoint, this is what you encounter. Small vendors, they're trying to sell you. They're just small vendors that are selling you souvenirs and gifts for like from $1 to $50. Depends on how good you negotiate. That's it.
Guys, my name is Abel Padilla. I'm working here in Chichen Itza since I was 8 years old, born and raised in town. Oh, I've been working with lots of celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, Bill Gates, Logan Paul, Michelle Obama, Mexican presidents, different kind of people that come here a lot. So I hope you have a great time here enjoying the tour with me. Come on. We are in the city of Chichen Itza right here, guys. We're going to see the main temple right away, located just right there behind the temple, behind the trees back there. First, let me show you the next drawing by Catherwood and John Lloyd Stevens around 1841. They came here and they got on cameras. They way how to check the temple at that time at these conditions. The weather in Yucatan Peninsula is very hot and humid. This is what's going on when you abandon all these kind of places around 1841. 1925 and 1930s, the federal government started to work as a maintenance and rebuild a structure like the main temple. Ball field, observatory place, nunnery house, a lot of building we're gonna see. 1925, you're driving your car, Merida, Cancun, back and forth. The road was built in the middle of the park. Road to go Merida, road to go Cancun. Guys, Merida Road right there, Cancun Road right there. So the cars go back and forth right here in 1925. You just park your car next to the ambulance. That's why you buy your tickets, and that's the main temple located right there. Look the picture right here with the road in 1925, and look the classic cars parking next to the main temple at the same year. Everybody call this building castle, pyramid, or Chichen Itza. This is the city of Chichen Itza. The main temple you're about to see has now the wonder of the world will be Kukulkan Temple. Kukul means feathers, the word Kan means serpent, the feather serpent god. In Mexico City, he was known by Quetzalcoatl by the Aztecs. Kukulkan and Quetzalcoatl, it's the same god in different cultures. That temple dedicated to him. Now, I'm gonna take you for the great spot for the picture. How come? Everyone loves to be there. Nice angle. It's not the entrance. I'll show the entrance right away. Right here, come on.
I mean, I could definitely, do some Google search and, just trying to tell you from what I know from reading and doing research. But we have an official tour guide here, so I'm going to let him do his job. That's what he's good at. And he seems pretty good at it, so let's do it. As you can see, I have the pyramid to my right here, and we're not going to be taking pictures right over there. Our guide is taking us to another spot just to get better pictures. Hey, I don't mind that at all. I mean, just look at the scale of this place. This is incredible. Oof. So where are we right now, Abel?
We are in front of the temple of Kukulkan, and there is a serpent head with the big mouth open with a couple of people standing down there. That will be the entrance of the temple. That's a great angle for a good shot from here. because that's the entrance of the building you see right there. That's going to be the entrance, north section. So what you're looking in front of you, it's a symbol of a calendar. The serpent heads in the bottom will be the entrance. That's north section. So we got north, east, west, and south. Each side of the building, 91 steps to climb the main temple. There is 91 times 4, 364. Upper platform will be the extra one. It will be 365 the days of the year. But look, guys, their passion was amazing, and that was measured in time. They will have calendars. Take a look. 2 of them like this. This one rule the gods. Big one, agriculture, like lunar and solar. 13 months of 260 days and 18 months of 360. How come 13 up to 60 and 18 up to 360 the days don't match? It doesn't match. They use the base of 20 for counting. Mayans count like 5 fingers, 10 fingers, 15 and 20. Mayan count the toes. Extra 5 days were missing. They were used to do sacred ritualistic meditation. You come out during those days and do some kind of work, the guys will get mad and they're gonna send a curse to you. Lots of people, even today, were very superstitious. So that temple is amazing. Look what's inside of that temple. The main temple, the inner temple. You see that? My friends, in 2006, they'll let you go everywhere. They're forbidden. The reason why they're forbidden? The main temple and 6 more and all 7 were declared new wonders of the world they want to preserve better. People go, they do a lot of graffitis, initial name, a lot of vandalism. That's the reason nobody can climb. But in 2006, the little wooden door I can see right there just to be open, and they'll let you go 61 steps inside of the building. In there, in a small chamber, we have this guy, the messenger of the gods. His name, Chacmol. And this red jaguar was used like a throne, like a king was sitting here. Did you see all the green beads in the jaguar's body, including the eyes? It's all made in jade. 73 spots in jade. The reason? Calendar cycle thing. Little one go one direction 73 times. The big one will do 52 the opposite way. Every 18,980 days or 52 years, they will match at the same day like those gears. They call it the long count system. What happened when they match? An eclipse. That's how they keep tracking an eclipse. Every 52 years. Last time, when they meet at the same spot, maybe you remember 21st of December of 2012. Cycle and start all over again. Everybody freaking about the end of the world stuff. Mayans didn't say that. Mayans said there will be a transition, a shift of consciousness, a spiritual awakening. It won't be such a thing like the end of the world. And people wonder how often they will kill somebody like in the movies. Nobody got killed up there. It was this time what we call equinox. What does that mean? When the day and the night are equal. It's visible March and September. How equinox event looks like? Take a look. Every March 21st around 4 o'clock, the sun will be setting and the sun hit the corner and it starts to project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until attach the head of the serpent, which is number 7. So you look in the head, body, tail, like a shadow of a huge snake appearing. From the same spot of the temple you see right in front of you. Back in the days, Mayan civilization saw it and they say, look who's coming, Kukulkan, the main god, is coming. We got 10 days for planting, and September, we got 10 days for harvest. 25, 30,000 people want to be here to watch the show twice in a year. But this civilization didn't build a temple by random. They knew exactly what they're doing. The position of the temple is facing 20 degrees to the true north section, as well many structures around of us. Acoustic, it's amazing. Let's try acoustic with the next building right away. Please, right here.
So, how is this entire complex compared to Tikal? I know Tikal was the capital of the for a while.
Correct.
But how is this, acting as part of the entire empire?
People from here, from Yucatan Peninsula, when they abandon the place, they have to travel Central America. We're talking about Tikal, Guatemala. One of the last Mayan cities built around 1250, because the people would move from here. Why they had to move to Guatemala? For those land like the Central America area? Deforestation. They run out of the trees. They kill a lot of natural resources. The best example, to build that temple, you have to burn a tree and you have to burn a rock. That thing will melt and become ashes. You mix sap, dirt, water, ashes, you got mortar, and that's why you put the stones together. When the temple is done, you have to put a smooth surface around like a stucco with the same procedure and put some red, blue, yellow, brown color from leaves, minerals, roots, bark, mud when temple is done. Hey, you got 20 square mile, more than 2,000 structure. Hey, that's a nice city you got here, but what will the trees go? At the time you build your city, kill all natural resources. That's one of the main reasons this civilization collapsed. This building will have a 90 feet tall. Can you find a tree around a bus with 90 feet tall? No way. That's the reason Mayan civilization collapsed.
Very interesting.
About Mayan engineer will be related with this building we call Venus platform, was used for dancing. Can you check the round stones way back there? It looks like a log sitting behind the trees.
Yeah.
Those kind of stones were found on top of the building to make music like drums. People wonder, how you going to make music with the stone? That's impossible. Will be easy. Here is a good example how. You fill a bottle of water, different heights, and you hit them, make different tones, or different pitches, like a xylophone thing. We have the long ones and the short ones down there. Mayans were the first people who recorded sound, and I say they will record. All the drums, the music, percussion, people chanting on top of that building will bounce on that star, which is the axis, and make the sing of a bird has non-quetzal bird song.
Beautiful.
I'll take you in front of that temple right away. I'm going to clap, and you're going to hear a bird singing in that temple. Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah. So now he's going to perform the infamous bird clap here in front of the pyramid.
Guys, listen to the bird at the main temple. You hear that? Imagine the priest got to be on top of the structure with 10, 15,000 people like in the meeting. The guy started talking, he won't scream or yell, and just like I can do it now, you will hear the gap there so clear.
So is this the only phenomenon that happens here at Chichen Itza,
No,
or it's
actually,
everywhere at every pyramid?
Most of the Mayan temples is possible here the same acoustic, because how that works. So the people got to be performing on top of that platform, all the music, all the chanting stuff. The whole sound will bounce to the stir, amplify the whole section right here. So back in the days, Maya won't be standing here clapping. They're going to be performing, chanting, singing, and praying. So the priest can be on top. When he start talk, everyone can hear it. How do we explain this kind of stuff? I mean, acoustic places. Giza Pyramid, Egypt. 3 pyramids, almost aligned. According to the astronomer, it means a constellation, Orion's belt. Same constellation will be here. Not the same dimension, same alignment, same position. Venus 1, main temple 2, the observatory behind that temple number 3. A mirror from the heaven, built ahead of earth and buildings and platforms. You clap your hands, seems like a bird singing in front of you.
Right.
Where and how to develop all this knowledge? I'll show you, but first, look the chacmol, the reclining sculpture on top of that temple between the columns. Have you seen it? I already showed you one in the picture, which is going to be inside of that temple. I want you to keep this image in mind. It has a special meaning with the winter solstice, December 21st. Please, right here.
Okay. So I have a question regarding the acoustics. Is that part of the design when they first came up with the first pyramid, or it happened to be, you know, an acoustic effect, and then they kept on doing what they did before?
Well, to be honest, they have to design with that section. They knew exactly what's going to happen before build the whole structure, because it was not be a chance to build a temple and you made that thing by accident, so you can hear the acoustic by accident. They already planned to do it before they build the whole structures.
Okay.
Sometimes archaeologists found some scale model made in clay. There is a pattern before we build the whole temple.
Very nice.
Let me show you the bird. You just hear singing in front of the temple. It's actually not from Guatemala. It's not from Mexico. It's from Guatemala and Costa Rica. But one of the reasons they call him the feather serpent, because the way how it flies seems like a snake with feathers. You check how it flies. Let's hear how it sings. Mayans from Yucatan Peninsula travel the high lines in Guatemala. When they check that bird, they get impressed by the feathers to make their headdresses kings and queens. Look the body of a priest. Look the body of Kukulkan. The same design and colors and feathers, reason why the bird is so sacred and important in this civilization. So the building we can see right here next to us, it's called the Warrior Temple, and a group of 1,000 columns. The columns, like you're going to see in the picture, go all the way down. We're going to be walking down there, have nice pictures too. Remember this image, the chacmol right in the center. Behind will be an altar, like a small platform. Imagine there will be a prisoner of war holding arms and legs. And this will be the reason why most of the time, tour guides, archaeologists, local people make a lot of fairy tales. They like talking about popular version by themselves a lot. That's what everybody likes to hear. The popular version will be like Indiana Jones movie scene. Priest will go, take his obsidian knife and start to set up a ritual ceremonial event, then he pull the hearts out. Who says that? Inside of that temple, we get a painting, we get a mirror. Correct. Yeah. But that will be the fairy tale version. But who says that? Well, inside of the building, we get a paintings about how people apparently celebrate human sacrifices. When I say apparently, let's mention Aztec civilization, Mexico City. People dancing with bloody hearts in their hands. You can tell they killed somebody down here. Because when the Spaniards get in Mexico City, they check how the Aztecs celebrate human sacrifices. The reason, the sun. Every time when they watch the sun one setting, they say, the sun is about to die, we need to feed the sun with human hearts. Even when a priest has some kind of birthday thing, they have to kill 5 people to guarantee sunrise, sunset, Aztec civilization. If you travel Central America, Guatemala, Belize, Copan, Honduras, El Salvador, take a look what they kill. A jaguar. First God creation. Some kind of link between the gods and the people. Let me show you the picture inside of that temple. It will give you the next perspective. Take a look. The holding legs and arm, and he's going to pull the horse right in the center. No. Around the guy's arm looks like hella like energy coming out from the body from the arm. Look the position of the fingers. They go like this. Archaeologists wonder, do they try to kill or do they try to heal the man like an ancient healing process thing? The answer will be in the city name. Chichen Itza. The word Chi means the mouth, the word Che means the well, Cenote a sinkhole, the word Itz is a healer, a shaman, and the word Ha means water. In the mouth of the well of the masters of water, the healers of water. So they heal the guy, they don't kill the guy. If that temple wasn't used for killing, what's going to be the purpose then? Must be amazing. June 21st, longest day of the year, and December 21st, shortest, longest night, the winter solstice. You come Chichen Itza, December 21st, 5 in the morning, 5:20, the sun must be rising just behind the guy. Better than 1,000 words? Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Then you got 4, 5, 6, and 7. The most amazing, number 6. Right in the center, to be finally above Chacmol Head, announcing shortest, longest day of the year, December 21st. 8 years ago, Super Moon Day. Next Super Moon will be the year 2036. I've been here 8 years ago, and look what I took. I took a picture of the Super Moon right between the columns. Climb the temple and face the moon. That direction, on top of the main temple, and from the side of the main temple. The whole sequence sounds better to put somebody's heart in the guy's chest. Walking around, show you a lot of carvings, a lot of history. I will mention some popular versions too, but also the reason why this civilization built these temples for. Because most of the knowledge and part of it has been took from the next building has known planetarium, the observatory place. Where is it? Behind the temple, behind those trees. Astronomers start to watch constellations, Venus star, Big Dipper, Milky Way. All this info, they're gonna write it down in a 3-bar paper, dots, bar, hieroglyphics, and numbers. Angle, dates, degrees, how many people live here, position of the building, show you an equinox. This will be longest and that will be shortest day of the year. In places like Chaltún, Mexico, morning time, evening time, where some kind of census to build. Orion's, Big Dipper, Pleiades, 3 constellations together, and the whole Yucatan Peninsula map, important cities. There and there, there and there. How about Orion's design? We got the same pattern. You got the 3 stars, you got the 3 pyramids in Egypt, and we got Venus, the main temple, and the observatory back there behind the main temple. The galaxy we live has not the Milky Way. It's perfectly aligned with the main temple. This is actually a real picture by Pepe Sojo, which is a professional photographer. My friends, to build something like this, inspiration always comes with natural events. Take a look at this pattern. And take a look at this pattern. Has been took on the back of a serpent. We call diamondback serpent a rattlesnake. But you know what Mayans have to do? They have to apply matte. And the results will be sacred geometry. With that shape, we make different angles like this, and this, until you get to the shape of a temple like this. What's the reason they worship serpents and what kind of serpent they worship? A rattlesnake, which is going to be a power, humility, and fertility symbol. Example about humility, always is on the ground, and power, don't get near, he's going to bite you. Fertility, there is 16 species, including a rattlesnake, give a live birth like a baby. That kind of serpent does not lay eggs like the other reptiles, symbol of fertility. Society, astronomical relation, the earth turns like this all the time. And the school, they teach us the earth is tilt, 23.3 degree angle like this. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. What will be the shape we make around to the sun? The sun doesn't move. We move around to the sun. Has no translation. We're going like a waves. Can you see that yellow dot? What's the closest to moving natural like a waves? The snakes. It's not visible. That's the way we go around to the sun 365 days of the year in fast motion. Reason why serpents in Mayan civilization.
Okay, awesome.
Question, guys?
So what do you say to the argument that a lot of people have been making that, you know, people as human, we see patterns in nature. We like to see what we see.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of what you showed me, a lot of people can say, oh, you know, I see patterns in nature. So, you know, I have no idea how they built this temple. I have no idea why they did what they did. So I'm just gonna, you know, like try to see patterns, you know, because I want to see it. What do you say to that?
Good point.
Is there historical evidence, you know, to prove that they did this according to the patterns?
All the time. And actually, they were inspired to build the structures only in snakes. We also use deers, they use armadillos, they use bats, they use turtles. It's all related with mythology. Now, if we go back, when actually with the technology we got today, it's basically the same technique and the same knowledge has been took on natural stuff. The stabilizers, eyes, cameras, the whole thing, it's all based in natural things, like in animal things. Inspiration always comes from natural things.
Right, inspirations, right. But do we have actual historical records?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, in Mayan civilization, there is a lot.
Okay. Is there any sources online that I can look into that?
Yeah, you can find a lot of books today about Mayan writers, which is going to be like an overview of the Mayan civilization.
Very good.
Juan Gualberto Zapata, it's the guy name. You can read a book about it. He will give you a lot of information about the rattlesnake to the Mayan civilization thing.
Perfect. All right.
There you go.
Awesome. So how much is the fine for climbing on there?
It will be priced to do it.
So they would probably just drag you down and just...
No, actually, nobody can climb down there because there's going to be a lot of archaeologists, a lot of security here. It's not possible. No, there is some people right now. There is some people.
Oh, they're
if
here.
You try to climb right now, less than 5 minutes, somebody tries to get you and you're going to be in trouble.
As you said, this is an entire city, a complex, and not just a pyramid. So where do the people live?
The people live around the city.
Around
Little houses
here.
made of the mud or made of the palm.
Right.
Those kind of houses, they're gone.
Right.
But we know they live around because when somebody died, they got to be buried at the backyard or under the house like an urn thing. Like an urn thing, like a baby, like a fetal position.
Right. Okay.
That's one of the reasons we have no graveyards.
So that the statue of the messenger of God there, is that from the actual temple over
No,
there?
it's from this platform. We got 13 checkpoints in Chichen Itza.
Oh, you got 13 of
That's
them.
one here, that's one on top of that temple, that's one on top of that building back there. We got 6 more in the museum. We got more in different museums. 13 messengers of the gods. He's the messenger of the gods. Chakmol.
And
That's
he's
his name.
revered, huh?
Yeah.
Because you don't get messages from God, you're done. How do you get communication, right?
Yeah, back in the days in the chest, they put some offerings like copal, resin.
What's
incense.
copal?
Copal.
Yeah, what
It's
is
some
it?
kind of resin. It's, when you go burn, it smells so good, like incense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be copal.
So back in the day, what did the Mayan eat? You know, what was their diet like? Because like, this channel is for food, you know that.
Okay, most of the diet were based in corn, yuca, sweet potato, chili, squash. They hunt deer,
Right.
white-tailed deer. They hunt it,
Right.
and they go for fishing also, like in the ocean places. And they do traveling like from distance to distance to move all the fish right here.
Right.
And they put in the salt, so that's why they preserve all this kind of fish. back
That's
in the
very
days.
good. And I got a question regarding our agriculture here. So I know the soy here is very bad, or it's just there's a thin layer of it.
Yep.
So I think that kind of contributed to the disappearing of the entire mine.
Not really. Not really. Because they have to move back in the days because of the deforestation.
Okay.
They're gonna rain.
Yeah.
So they have to change all this weather
Yeah.
back in the days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You're okay here because
Oh, it's right here. Yeah.
So the stones you can see right here, you can see the shape looks like bullets. How come? Those are stalactites, stalagmites. When they get cut for the first time, they get to put on top of Venus and they get hit with the wood sticks. So the whole sound for that platform bouncing there and must be amazing. At the same time that we're playing, a priest holding his kind of walking stick and he will be ready to go and climb. But the guy won't go like people do about 25 years ago. Straight ahead, no. He will go like a serpent movement, sideways, switch back. No wonder why the temple is so steep. The steps are narrow. Every time he will go, he will do it with the same serpent shape. No, because we are sure that's the easy way to climb. The material, it's all locally, it's all limestone. We have a lots of quarries. They don't have to go far away to bring all the stones. The stone will be the same area of Yucatan Peninsula has known limestone. And talking about limestone, guys, look this picture. Let's mention about cenotes. Natural subterranean rivers has known sinkholes. Xcajum, Samula, Iquil, Ixtlaca. There is more than 6,000 cenotes in the region of Yucatan Peninsula. At least you need 5 years to see all of them. So 6 years ago, archaeologists from Mexico City came here and they want to know what they can find underneath the temple back there. They put a wire and they sent electric poles to have a 3D perspective. You know what they found underneath that temple? Look, water. There is a cenote underneath that temple. You know what's amazing? Before Mayans built the temple, the cenote was already located down there. They knew about it.
Wow.
They have to reinforce the axis. They have to fill like 10 square miles with dirt to make a high smooth surface and level the whole ground. So that temple will sink? No. That was meant to be heaven, earth, and the underworld. Cenotes are access to the underworld.
But physically, in reality,
Correct.
would it sink?
Well, like the temple will sink like that. because they've already taken the
Okay.
cenotes underneath.
So how safe is it right now?
Because it's 100% safe. Yeah, because they have to reinforce the whole axis with stone. They have to build like entire reinforced structure, and all the debris is standing right now. They have to fill it. It's filled up. When you get Chichen Itza, you were in the parking lot. You have to go upstairs to get your tickets when I talk to you for the first time. So the climbing stamp, that's all the level they have to fill it out.
Oh, okay.
The Great Leveling Project, that's what archaeologists call it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. The temple will sink, and I say no, because it was meant to be heaven, earth, and the underworld.
Okay.
So for the temple, towards 800 yards that direction, we got a place we call the Sacred Cenote of Chichen Itza when they do like human sacrifices. In 1904, American archaeologists came here, has known Edward Thompson. The guy came, and he bought the whole land for less than $100. Back in the days, it was like a ranch. That's why the guy bought it. And the guy here a theory about that sinkhole. And theory says, the Mayans believe the cenotes are considered access to the underworld. The gods live in those places. People of time feel sick when they need rain. They pick up the most beautiful girl. She was full with a lot of jewelry, a lot of stuff. She got to be pushed into the well, and she will drown. This is a fairy tale. It's not true. Edward Thompson heard about a fairy tale and he decided to bring a crane. He looked at pictures of 1904 with the local people helping him. He found earrings, bracelets, necklaces made of jet and shell, arrowheads made of obsidian, dishes made of gold, bones, carvings, and he took all this treasure to Harvard. Today, it's in Peabody Museum, Boston, Massachusetts. He just returned a few artifacts to the Mexican government, Mérida, Mexico, the best of the best in Harvard in 1904. You want to see this picture from 1961? Take a look who was the sponsor in 1961. Take a look, guys.
Ford.
They brought the best of the best, like engines, scuba divers, air tanks. They have kind of technology back in the days, and look what they found in 1961. Bones, ribs, skulls, jaws, sandals, remains, a lot of artifacts you can imagine they use in the ritualistic events. All the stuff we got right here at the Mexican Different Museums, most of them anthropology in Mexico City.
And where's that cenote right now?
It's going to be about 800 yards towards
Oh,
that
okay, it's
direction.
right here.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
So that's a lot of like human bones over there.
Not at all. That's going to be like 100 of them.
Okay, so what was the purpose?
Good point. When archaeologists try to find the answer about this kind of sacrifices stuff, they just got this conclusion. 43 parts of the body more than 1,500 years old is not that many. So what is the explanation? The explanation would be like this. Somebody important died back in the days, like a king, queen, or somebody important died. That's the only people were allowed to be cremated. Most of the time, the bone doesn't cremate it at all. They took a femur, rib, skull, or jaw, and they put it in that place. I am a priest, you're going to ask a favor. I must give something special to the gods, like the bones of grandpa, the bones of grandma. The bones already burned, doesn't pollute the water. A special place, a special people, a special favor only. Reason you didn't see more than 2,000 skulls in the picture, and theory to push the most beautiful gun in the place is Chichen Itza. Because most of the time, archaeologists found some femurs with engravings. That means when somebody died, like a priest died, they sent to burn the body, his femur survived, and the next ruler could be his son, grab his dad femur, he's sent to carve the whole family dynasty, he's going to use it in that temple for 10 years to rule his place, and 20 years after, he will throw his dad femur into that cenote with a lot of jewelry stuff. Special place, special people, a special favor only. That's the reason everybody mentioned about the human sacrifice stuff.
But do we have actual historical record that
Oh, yeah.
those are
Yeah.
royal femurs?
The royal femurs, and actually archaeologists found not full skeleton body of a girls. They found boys, girls, males, and females, and most of the bones already got burned.
And did they do an actual DNA samples on all
Yeah.
the femurs?
Yeah.
And they trace back. How do we get samples from royal people?
It's going to be archaeologists doing today, and they can go back like 3 generations of people. They've been doing this kind of offerings into that cenote.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look more into that because I'm so curious right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at the
All right,
ball court.
Let's go. Man, it's still sprinkling a little bit, but every time I get to a place like this, I am super curious. Is that your wife? Hola. You're bonita. You're so pretty. He's showing us his wife. Pretty wife he got. Oh my God, I was here 2 years ago, but I didn't see this. I skipped this entire thing. Look at this entire ball court. Oh.
Imagine there is a ball made on a rubber, 1.5 5 latex. They would burn the rest in the make a bouncy ball. You check that hole right there, you check that ring, that's where the ball goes through the holes, but the rules were simple. You're not allowed to touch, to kick, or use the head, because circle symbolizes sun. You cannot touch, you cannot kick the sun. Shoulder, elbows, hip, leg, and pants letter. 5 pound hit your stomach, it might kill you. So there must be a priest, a guy with a crown of feathers, a jaguar skin in his back. He was sitting there watching ritualistic event. At the very end, gotta be the musicians, and on top of that building will be the governors. People, farmer, town, relatives. The stairway behind that wall, be up there and watch the ritual the same way that direction. And under each ring, gotta be a captain standing and 6 people in the grass. 7 against 7. One of these 2 captains, players or priests, gotta be killed by decapitation. Everybody keeps saying the guy who died in the game must be the winner, winner, loser, loser, winner. Let me show you the picture, and the guy who died in the game must be the winning captain because it's an honor, a great privilege to die in a world cup like that. But that could be translated into the metaphor way. Let me show you, please, right here.
How do you hit a ball with your shoulder that high?
Well, actually, we're gonna see the picture right away, and you will see the guys in the picture, they're holding paddles. So that means you cannot touch the ball physically, you can hit the ball with the paddle, which makes total sense.
Ah, so it's not entirely just kicking with your limbs.
Correcto. The round thing in the center is the ball.
That is the ball.
We got a guy standing here, holding a hat, holding a knife. The head of this guy's kneeling here, that's the knees, arms, the head has got will be like a spray of blood, like serpents coming out from the guy's neck. The fourth serpent becomes in flowers and fruits hanging all over. Supposedly when the guy died, his blood touched the ground, fertilized the earth, honor, privilege, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. This guy here is standing, holding the paddle, okay? And from his mouth, seems like his blood smoke cigarette go up and down. You know what does that mean?
No.
Chanting, singing, praying like in a church. No one touching the cigarette mason. Listen to the echo.
Yo!
Chanting, singing, praying like in a church. Amazing. This will be like a mega, like a church.
Very nice. What an amazing place here. I can't believe I skipped this entire thing. I had no idea 2 years ago. Wow. I mean, the magnitude of this place. Amazing. But it's raining now, so we got to get out.
So this will be pretty much about the city of Chichen Itza, you can see right there. It's a nice shot from here.
Very nice.
There you go. Right here. It's been a pleasure to show you around. If you like it,
thank you.
Abel. If you don't like it, Juanito. But I bet you like it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Abel.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. All right, I'm done with the tour now. It's raining cats and dogs out there, so now you know what Chichen Itza is like. We got a full tour there. Pay 80 bucks for it. What a great guide. You know, next time you come here, ask for him. So right now we're at Xcajum Cenote here. So we are the last people here. So it's just gonna be the 2 of us, and the entire cenote is gonna have it for our 2 selves. It's gonna be great, man. I gotta show you this. I've been here before, but I didn't have a camera with me, and I gotta show you this. Let's go. So upon coming here, you have this entire souvenir shop just right here. You can buy anything you like. They have like some figurines, some Mayan traditional stuff. Hola. They closed at 5, but they made an exception, and they're gonna close at 5:30 for us. Hello.
Hello.
Hola. Hola. And we're gonna try to pay a ticket right now. Let's see. Oh, this place is now bigger than I remember. Yeah, they have this ATV thing going on too. This is my bathing suit. Don't mind me. They have hola for cenote. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's like, how much is this? How much for an hour?
1 peso.
1 peso?
400 pesos.
Oh, 400 pesos.
Sí, 400
for
pesos.
1 hour?
Sí, 1 person and 1
Oh.
ATV.
30 minutes.
10 and 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Only
Oh,
1 lap at the Interpark.
very cool. All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, so this is for the so this is where you can get the tickets for the cenote here. You can also rent. I think they give you one of the life vests, you know, when you sign in. Hola. How much for a ticket? No reservation, no. So the ticket is gonna be $8 per person for the cenote only. gonna be great. All right.
Life jacket is mandatory, okay?
Mandatory.
Yeah.
See? Take a life vest here. Gracias. Yeah. Yeah. Uno más. Gracias. There we go.
Okay, come on.
All right, let's go. So now you're watching me on a GoPro. So if the sound quality is not that great, I am sorry because there's no way I can tell right now. It's raining, it's still sprinkling, but let's check this place out. This is it. Look at this. That's how big this place is. So I see some fish in the cenote there. They're just right here. There you go. Oh, here they are. There's so many fish here. And this is what it looks like. Alright, I'm gonna jump off this point here, this platform. I'm gonna jump off this platform here. Oh man, it's gonna be great. Alright, cannonball. Here we go. Woo! Oh boy. Woo! Man, I bet the audio sounds really bad right now, but it's so serene here. It's just amazing. Ghê quá, có cảm giác như là cái gì. So I'm back now. This is the big camera talking. So to be honest, I've been told by the locals here many times that they don't like swimming in cenotes because to a lot of them, cenotes are still considered holy, and they treat it with a sense of respect and reverence. And for me, when I swim, it doesn't feel good. I feel kind of scared actually that something might grab my leg, you know, like that. I think there's a word for it. It's called tessophobia or something. It's the fear of the deep. It's strange because I can't tell where the bottom is. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know what live under there. I just know that there hasn't been an accident yet. So anything could happen, man. All right, so that's it for this episode. Okay, I'm out now. I'm just gonna drive like this, half naked and all wet, to my lodging for tonight, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay. For now, stay young, stay hungry. Whenever you come to this area, Quintana Roo, in the Yucatan, come stay here. I mean, yeah, come hang out here. It's great. See ya. Bye. Stay young, stay hungry.